This is a copy of my brand new children's book, The Miraculous Busy Billy. And this story details where a bee named Billy is pretty much faced with a lot of criticism in his hive. This is my dedication here to my grandmother and also to all the young kids out there that are going through similar situations that Billy has gone through. And pretty much he has been able to develop and maintain a strong spiritual connection with the Most High, which he is joked and mocked for. But it's by way of this connection when the beaver hive is in trouble, it's Billy who has to step in to save the day. And he does that by, like I said, asking the angels to forgive everyone in his beehive. And he also brings others to spirituality as well to pray, just as he's done. So I feel this is a great book that will encourage and inspire children to continue to being their most authentic selves and being faithful and obedient to the Most High when faced with adversity. This is a great and positive read for your children, a great way to introduce spirituality to them. So make sure you go ahead and check out my book. It's available on Amazon for purchase via my website and my YouTube. Thank you, and I hope you and your kids enjoy. Be blessed.
My book, Steps Towards Reinventing Yourself, is available now on Amazon. Check link below in description box and community board.
Hello, my divine kings and queens. I am back to do another video. And before I hop into anything, first off, I want to start by saying, never be ashamed of your belief system. Never be ashamed to step into your calling. Never be ashamed or fearful to get on your spiritual and healing journey. No matter what someone says about you, no matter who opposes you, no matter who goes up against you, no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no force of evil can overcome you. No force of evil shall prevail against you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Weapons may form, but they won't prosper, because of the God that you serve. And this is the thing about people are learning, there is a way to go about doing things. And everything that you do, it does not matter. You can let the wrong spirits use you to do evil, but let me tell you something, them spirits is not going to have to answer for the wrong that they've done. You are. So a lot of people, like I say, are going to feel God's wrath if they haven't already, because when he has something in store for you, you are going to step into it. When he's already promised you something and you've been obedient, you've been dutiful, and all people have ever seen to want to do to you is to hurt you, to abuse you, to delay you, to betray you, and you staying out the way, now God is going to get in the way of these people and put his foot up on their neck to let them know that they need to back up and they need to back off. This is a transition period right now that you're going through. A couple days back, this was, I want to say, around the time that I had like one of my sessions. And at that time I was going down to go get my order. And this is twice this has happened. But when I went down to go get my order, there was a bee that was sitting on the hood of the car. And it wasn't like it was frantic, like it was flying all around, like it was doing whatever. It was just sitting there on the hood of the car. Now, the second time that this happened, there was a bee that was on my balcony. Both times that I seen these bees, they just stood there. They just sat there. They were still, is what I'm saying. So that I could take the time, to see them. Most bees, when you see them, or by the time you walk or whatever, they've flown off or whatever the case may be. It wasn't like, this was like an isolated situation though, when I saw these bees. They wasn't, like, you see one bee or you see one and then you trace it back and it's like a hive or it's a nest somewhere. It wasn't. It was just like an isolated. So what I got from that is peace, be still, because good news is coming. And sometimes some things have to be slowed down in order for you to truly be able to take the time to view that situation or view that predicament or view that person, place, or thing from a different perspective. You get what I'm saying? To take the time to understand and see the bigger picture of what it is that God truly wants for you, and see what it is that he wants you to see, because through it all, he is fighting on your behalf. But some things will be allowed, some things will be allowed to happen into your life And it's only temporary lessons that you have to learn, temporary situations that you may be in, temporary seasons, temporary. It's never a permanent fixture. This evil can never stick to you and do what it is that it wants to do to you, because God has a purpose and God has a plan for you. Peace be still, because good news is on the way. Your breakthrough is near, which is why that the enemy is attacking you so bad in this period, that God is telling you, peace, be still, because the enemy can do what? The same way that you smell that breakthrough, that's why you anxious, that's why you nervous, that's why you just moving, but God, peace, be still, because good news is coming. No one can go up against what it is that God has for you. Whatever it is that they think that they're doing, you're protected. So when that blowback come back on them, like I say, they're going to feel this wrath, because they waged the war on you. Because a lot of people, like I say, were in their heads about you. People seen you, and the thing is, they seen you, they knew what was in store for your future, and they wanted that. They wanted to be them, and a lot of people felt like they had to overthrow you in order to take your position. They had to get you out the way in order to achieve or obtain whatever it is that they wanted. But it's the way to do things, because you wasn't the type that was trying to gun for people. You wasn't the type that was trying to take something from somebody. You was unaware, because you were what? Unawakened. So God woke you up. Peace be still. Good news is on the way. These people were bullies. They worked with spiritual bullies. Do you understand what I'm saying? They waged spiritual warfare on you, and they wish that they would have never done that. They are wishing that right now. They're wishing, like I said on my thing about what's done in the dark will come to the light. And I'm going to upload that video as well. There's a part of the song where I say, and they want to come and apologize, but Spirit says it's too late, because they shouldn't have believed the lies in the first place. People should have never believed the lies. They should have never waged spiritual warfare on you. They should have never did what they did to you spiritually, to attack you, to try to delay you, thinking that they would get away with it, thinking that it was free game, that they could just ruin you and destroy you, and you were supposed to take that. And because you didn't handle things the way that they wanted you, they wanted to see a certain outcome for you. I keep trying to tell you that, but let me tell you something, that you got to look at what you've been through, and keep looking at how God keep taking you and allowing you to overcome these situations, to get up out of these situations. Baby, what does that mean? That means that you are protected. But yeah, things are going to happen, because there's things happen because there needs to be balance. How can you ever attest to God's favor, his power, his will? You understand what I'm saying? His might, his strength. How can you attest to all these things that he's given you, who he's been to you, for you, if you never go through anything? So these people never had the power. But they also ain't gonna have protection when this stuff blow back on them, because they should have stopped while they were ahead. Peace be still. Good news is on the way. Because let me tell you something about how God will work this and set this up and orchestrate this, right? At times when you feel sluggish, you feel like your energy, you feel like things ain't working for you, when things are being held back on one end, he's going to magnify it on another. When you lose something here, he's going to allow you to gain it back times 10 in another season, on another round. Do you get me what I'm saying? It don't matter what they do. Don't matter what they say. God found you, and he picked you long before you even knew what you were, before you even knew what your purpose was, before you was even able to truly build. He chose you before you knew who you was, before you knew what your purpose was, before you knew what you was going to go through, before you even knew that he had plans to get you out. He chose you. So you really think that he's going to sit back and allow these people to just, it's free game, ruin your life, cause all kind of havoc, calamity, chaos in your life, and he not step in and intervene? I think not. Peace be still, because good news is on the way. Your breakthrough is near. You just got to get through this period. You just got to get through this period. I'm going to tell you something. Whoever was contracting people to work some evil up against you, I'm telling you, boy, I was seeing things. And see, I keep trying to tell you, the enemy is only fighting you so hard because they can see what's in store for you for your future. Don't nobody sit up here and do that mess like that. I don't know who done went to go see the shadow man. Like Mama Odie said, who done went to go see the shadow man and sat up here and work with the friends on the other side? I'm going to tell you something, in the end, when you go see that movie Princess and the Frog, it didn't end so well for Shadow Man, did it? It didn't end so well for all the people who was involved, who had their own reasons for why they wanted to go up against you. And in the movie, who had their own reasons for why they wanted to go up against Tiana or the prince. I'm gonna tell you something about even how what I take from that, the spiritual aspect of it from Princess and the Frog, right? You had two options this prince had. The one who came from money, who daddy I'm talking about was loaded. Or you had Tiana, who came from nothing. But one thing that lady had, she had that work ethic. You couldn't take that from her. She can be broke. She can make it right back. She can lose friends, but she don't care as long as her goals, as long as she reach her goals. You understand what I'm saying? She set goals for herself, and she don't stop until she reach it. Do you understand me? She worked. She saved. She don't spend nothing. She don't do nothing to them goals till she reach them goals. Do you understand me what I'm saying? He had two options. In the end, Tiana got him. Tiana got him. See, when God orchestrates something, and when God sets something, it don't matter what force of evil go up against it, because they want their way. Because they want what they want. For their own reasons. Because God got his reasons for why he want what he want too. And in the end, it's a power struggle. Because people be on a power trip, on the ego, on the ego trip. But a lot of people is having an ego death. Because they're realizing it's the way to do what? It's the way to do things. They should have waged war on you, on the innocent. You was only merely doing what God was telling you to do, stepping into what he had already promised you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You wasn't trying to gun for nobody. You wasn't trying to come for nobody. You wasn't trying to take nothing from nobody. You wasn't trying to disrespect nobody, step on nobody's toes. What did I just say? Even through all the gossip and the ridicule that Tiana suffered. All she ever do is just work. She don't never, she don't never. Now, all she do is this. Whatever people were saying, playing one way to your face, talking real nasty, real slimy, real grimy behind your back. I don't know why people couldn't look into that and see who was fake and who was foul, but this is what I'm saying, because everyone who went up against you was vibrating on the same energetic wavelength. They was vibrating on the same energetic wavelength. They was vibing on the same level. Everybody was low vibrational. You didn't fit in because you was too high vibrating. You triggered people with your aura. It's either people wanted to judge you or people wanted to compete with you. But nobody could ever just be real with you. It was either I got to judge you or I got to be better than you. Or if you do something, I got to do better. And I got to top it. But in the end, you still step into what it is that God has for you. Peace be still. Good news is on the way. It's like these people, you understand what I'm saying, wanted to run you up off your block. You were still building. You were still in the building phase. And they was in a little corner with their little friends or whatever the case may be. Took it upon themselves to come across where you was at. Right? Let's say you was coming out of, you know what I got this coming out of an ice cream parlor. And let's say you was just buying an ice cream or whatever the case may be. You spent your little money, whatever. You was trying to try out the ice cream to see if that's a franchise that you want to buy. If that's something that you want to start. You know what I'm saying? So before you get into anything, you have to try that thing out. You have to build. You have to, set and put together a business proposal. You have to study that business, to understand that business, the ins and outs. You understand what I'm saying? What your return of investment would be, right? What your loss, your profit, your gains. Right? You have to look at that business, study that business. So let's say you coming out, you eating ice cream, whatever the case may be. These people on the other side looking at you, whatever. They like, look at them. They coming out with ice cream. Who sits up here and eats ice cream? I mean, I'm talking about free game on stuff that they need to be talked about. They need to be laughed at. If people was trying to help you, if people wasn't genuinely understanding your situation and looking at what you was going through, nobody should have added on to your plate what you've already had to deal with. You understand what I'm saying? But you was around ignorance. And no one wanted to be you. Because they wanted to overthrow you. It had to be them. And if they never stepped into anything, you wasn't going to step into anything. If they never had anything or any wealth in their life, you wasn't going to have it. It's sad, it's pathetic. But that's the world that we live in. And everybody, no one, like I say, can you give a pass to. Because this isn't, you can't look at things in the physical. Got to look at it in the spiritual. So whoever that spirit can jump in and out of, because they're not prayed up, they're going to use them. No matter who it is, auntie, cousin, mama, daddy, nephews, brothers, sisters, lovers, ex-colleagues, or whoever. But they came across and they messed with the wrong one. Because God said that you've been delayed long enough. You think that he's going to allow these people to continuously do what it is that they've been doing and further, like I say, delaying the blessings that he's trying to give to you. So now when you step into these blessings, it's Godspeed. So whatever it is that you had lost, you gained it back. Godspeed. But like I say, they came across trying to seek you, seek out your demise and your destruction, not the ice cream up out your hand, and wanted you to get down and see if you was going to scrape it up and pick it back up. Crying over spilled milk. God had told you, listen, stick your chest out, man. Hold your head up. Don't look at what you lost. Because look at what you stand to gain if you do what I tell you to do. I'm going to handle these people. Hold your head up. Stick your chest out and walk. They ran you up off the block. See, in their mind, they thought they ran you off a sucker, a loser, a wimp. They thought they ran you off. You royalty, but they treating you like you scum, like you a peasant, like you a pissant. Like you somebody to stomp on, you gonna take that. Like it's free game. You ain't never forgot that. You ain't never forgot the looks, the sideways glances, the things that you heard, what people said about you, how they made you feel, how they embarrassed you in front of other people at events. How they shamed you, how they just, ooh, they didn't want to be associated with you. Like, ooh, no, they didn't want to claim you as their family member. They didn't want to claim you as their friend, as they love or nothing. Ran you off. A sucker. So they thought, right? Because you ain't fight back. You ain't get up in their grill. You ain't do what they thought that you would do. You understand what I'm saying? I say you better than that. If they could stoop down that low to try to ruffle your feathers, if they could stoop down that low, if they so much better, why would they have to go to the ends, like the ends of the earth to try to get people to turn against you? Why would they have to wage spiritual warfare on you? Why not let it be a fair game, a fair fight? Nothing was fair about these people because they know how taint they are. You understand what I'm saying? They know they can't manifest out of that energy. And they hated what they saw for you. They hated who you was. They hated your aura. I told you your aura just in itself alone is what triggered people. They either got to judge you, be fake to you, or compete with you. If they got to stoop down that low to get up under your skin, you must be a big deal. So don't stoop down to their level. You be the bigger person. And God told you walk. They ran you off that block a sucker. God brought you back a winner and a boss. So you on beats the block. You bees the block. If anybody need a job up on that block, they got to come through you. If they need a loan up on that block, they come through you. You own that whole block. Why all they had was a corner. So these people was never even on your level. That's why they went up against you. They knew they was losing the battle. They was losing the fight. They wasn't getting enough people to hate you. People was starting to see through their illusions, see through the lies. And they hated that. It's like, why all the time people have to understand you? But baby, oh my gosh. Because we don't sit up here and be evil towards people. I don't understand what's wrong with people. I really don't. It's like you can have your own kingdom. They can have their own kingdom, right? Still yet, every time they go to that mirror, they say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And the mirror just like, listen, at this point, you know what it is and you know what it ain't. Every time you ask the same question, every time you get the same answer. Fool, what it is that you want? What you want me to say? I ain't finna lie. Then they come right back. They say, oh, you not finna lie? Well, look, if they lose that, boom, 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 boom. See, it's that decreasing. You see that decreasing? See, I got their man. See, they lost it. See, you see. Now they go back. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? This borderline retardation at this point. I can't even call you a retard. You just a tard. I can't even put the re in front of it. What's wrong? You know what it is. You know who's the fairest. They still the fairest. They could be broke. They gonna be the fairest. Because they ain't gonna be broke forever. So whatever you done did, whatever you done sent, be prepared for it to come back to you. They could lose that and they gonna win in another area. And then whatever it is that they lost, once that stuff clear out, they gonna get that too. Because this is what's meant for them. What you need to understand is what's meant for someone, and when God has, like I say, his hand over it, that's what they're going to have. You are causing some true issues and pain and ruin for yourself trying to go up against someone that God has already ordained to win and step into certain things in their life. Your breakthrough is near. Peace be still. Good news is on the way. And what does he do for these people who sit up here and think that they're going to go up against you? This is how God be petty with them. You sit up here and you do all that. You put all that work, right? You do everything that you got to do. Step on people's toes. You be evil to people. You be foul to people. You do all these things that you don't have to do to a person. It's haunting them. It's a self-imposed restriction. Why? Because people look at, I'm telling you, people are looking at how in every situation, every predicament that you was placed in, whether they had a hand in it or not, whether they stuck up for you or not, whether they sat back and it was free game and they let people do whatever it is they was going to do to you and no one warned you, but they sat back and when they looked at you, they laughed at you. When they seen you in the street, they laughed at you. They ignored you. No one wanted to put you up on game about nothing. Huh? They look at how beautiful of a person you are. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be straight. I'm going to be frank with you, man. No matter what you've done in your life, no one deserves to have gone through the things that you've gone through in this world at the hands of evil, treacherous people. You didn't ask for that. Just like you didn't ask to be born into this world. Someone should have protected you better. But it's okay because your Father in heaven don't play about you. Peace be still. Good news is on the way. Now, what happens is they'll sit up here and do all of that, and all they need is one little thing to work for them. They go it again, one more go around. And then it's like in that moment they realize, wow, I'm never going to get what I want. I'm never going to be able to see this person just die, broke, die, this. I'm never going to be able to see it. I'm never going to be able to overcome this person. I'm never going to be able to be better than this person. Now it's like, okay, stop trying to be better than somebody else and focus on being better, a better you, a better version of yourself, rather than trying to be better than someone else. It's lessons to be learned across the spectrum. It's lessons to be learned. These are universal lessons. You understand what I'm saying? These don't just apply to you about who these people are, who these people were in your life. It don't just apply to you. It people who encountered you, people who betrayed you. Like I said, they're going to sit back and they're going to think about what they did to you. Was it really called for? When you could have just had a sit down and a talk with a person? When if you didn't like a person or they wasn't on your level, beauty-wise, whatever the case may be, did you have to embarrass them? Did you have to really go about your way to just show the whole world how ugly you thought this person was? Did you really have to do it? Because when God cleaned this person off and he beautifies them, he cleans them up and give them a makeover and then place them out in the world, he's going to say, now who you calling ugly? Because what you about to go through, it was going to be real ugly. It's going to be grotesque. It's going to be the bottom of the barrel. And let's see if you like it when people start ranking you, when you go through your low points in life. See, this is the thing about how people have to be real cognizant about, they have to be aware about the things that they say about a person when a person's down. Because like I said, they ran you up off that block a sucker. You came back on that block a boss and a winner. Now, people who don't work with people and seen people, now they like, man, I need a loan, man. I ain't going to keep this going up like this. You can have it. Man, I need a job, man. I ain't going to keep this going up. You can have it. People just slowly backing away because now it's not making sense as to why it has to be, like I say, an ongoing battle to see you down, to see you lose everything that you worked so hard for when you didn't do nothing to these people. They knocked the ice cream up out your hand. You didn't sit up here and retaliate. You walked away. They should have left you alone. Because you wasn't looking back. You didn't want nothing back that did you like that and did you dirty like that. You was never going to go back to that. They should have left you alone. They should have left you alone. That's just period. At this point, it was no more about, it was just about your aura, what they seen on you, what they seen in store for you. And they ganged up on you in the worst way. But peace be still, good news is on the way. Your breakthrough is near. So, like I say, what they're realizing is, wow, I do all of that to go up against a person. And the one little thing that I need, or what I need for everything to come together and work, I can't get it. So what did I do it for? And now I'm suffering because of the decisions and the choices and the actions that I took against people who didn't deserve it. And that's what led me, like I say, to the movie Ghost, right? How I don't think y'all realize just how criminal these people can get when they're envious and jealous of you, and when they want you to back off from what they've already claimed as theirs. So in the movie, right, and I don't know everybody's name, but like I say, you had the friend who went up against the other friend, right, who was going with Molly, Patrick Swayze. So Patrick Swayze was with Demi, right? And so you had the friend who went up against him, had this whole elaborate plan, right? Asked questions. Hey, so you and Molly gonna still go? So he'll know where to place this person. So now this person that came out. This person that came out was supposed to get some type of code. He needed a code because I think he was laundering money or whatever the case may be. And he put up a fight or whatever. I don't think he got the code. I don't think he got the code, or he was trying to get it from Molly. Whatever the case may be, he went up against him. Now, he wanted Molly for himself. He wanted the lifestyle. He wanted all of this. Again, when people see something, they don't understand that what you see for someone else does not mean that it's going to play out the same way for you. It doesn't even mean that that's what you're supposed to have. You have to step back and focus on what it is that God wants for you and what you want for yourself, and doing what you have to do to put in the work and to have faith and to believe in yourself that it's going to happen for you. And you don't stop until you achieve it, right? But people don't think like that. I see something, I want what you got. They don't have a brain for themselves. They don't have a personality. I see what you do this, I want exactly that. He wanted Molly, he wanted the lifestyle. Did he get it? He got dead is what he got. He got dead. And them same spirits that used him to do that mess to begin with is the same spirits that drug him to hell. Same spirits that Shadow Man, like I said, drummed up, couldn't fulfill his promises to. What they did, dragged him to hell. Do you see? I'm sorry. Is there a pattern that's going on here? Is it ever the good people that suffer? Is it ever the good people that get dragged to hell? The good people who stay? No, it's the bad ones, right? It's the way to do things is what people is realizing. Because now it's when he got up in that office, and there's a clip on that. I'm going to post a clip. Y'all see the clip where he had to put in a code or something like that, and it wasn't working. And you look at, oh my God, oh my God. He was just looking all around the office and everything. Sam was hunting him. And so he was like, oh my God, oh my God. Papers all flying all over. He didn't get what he wanted. Now, in the movie, Sam hunted him. I told you there's two things that's happening. God is placing his foot on the enemy's neck. And the other thing is they're being haunted because they're looking at it. Sam was a good person. Sam was a good friend to his friends. Sam would have done anything, gave him an opportunity, helped him out, give him anything. But they just, when people want what they want, they got to overthrow you. And they get criminal. They get evil. They tie up with other spiritual, like I say, entities and forces. Like that number I tell you that called me from Santo Domingo. That was not normal. Whenever I pick up a phone, somebody says, they say, hey, good morning, or this is a telemarketer. No one starts saying, like they trying to get it all out while they got me on the phone. I know who did it. I hope you ready when it come back on you. I hope you ready. Look, mark my words. I hope that you are ready for what's coming back on your end. Because it's coming. I tell you, don't matter if you see something decreasing in somebody's life. That don't mean that God intended for them to struggle after they already went through a struggle. You've been through enough. God said you've been delayed enough. So when I hit this and I tell you move, I tell you walk, I tell you go, I tell you hold your head up high, I tell you peace be still, I tell you good news is on the way. What you gonna do? You gonna work. That's what you did. You said, all right, bet. That's how you gonna do me? That's what you about to do? I don't keep all my eggs in one basket, baby. I don't tell everything what I got going on. I'm telling you, God's wrath is truly gonna sit everybody down. For some, it may very well be death. Because they shouldn't have done what they did. If they would have succeeded, you would have been dead. And you would have been forever in poverty. Impoverished. Who would want that for somebody unless they seen something that was a complete opposite of what they was trying to manifest and project off into your energy and for your life? And one must wonder why they just didn't want it to be you when you already been through enough hell. This is why it's self-imposed, because a lot of people sitting back and know the hell you've been through. They know how foul they talked on your name. They know the type of person that you are, and it's eating at them. God worked in mysterious ways. That wasn't normal. That call wasn't normal. These people ain't normal. It's spiritual. You are on the spiritual grid. This is why I tell you, because your aura, whenever you come across someone, you see in that movie, The Matrix, how they all turned into that same man. These people have the same energy, the same mindset as it pertains to you because you've chosen. So it's automatically routed like, oh, baby, you can't tell me this girl ain't got no gifts, baby. Don't tell me. Just go ahead and book a session with me. Listen. Whenever in that movie, The Matrix, right, you see how they all turned into that same man. Whenever they came across Neo, they could be normal police officers, nurses with families, doctors, etc., etc. Whenever they route and they sense Neo, they turn into that person. That means people that you encountered had to say, they didn't even have to come from the same background, same family, whatever, but they possessed the same energy, the same mindset. They had the same agenda, the same goal, the same mission regarding you. And they all being sat down. Because your breakthrough is near. God say, peace be still. Like I said, you worked. You said, bet. I'm going to work until I achieve everything that I put my mind to. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to favor me. You ain't got to commit to me. But what you ain't going to do is wreak havoc up in my life. Don't come for me lest I send for you. All people had to do is just leave you alone if they didn't like you so. If they didn't like you, why fake to be your friend? If they didn't like you, because you know why? To fake to be your friend is to be up in your energy. To figure out what you got going on. To fake like they love you is to get news from you, to get answers from you, to steal from you, to benefit off of you. And take it to whoever it is that they want to take it to. Everybody getting wrapped. Everybody getting busted loose. Because you don't do that. You don't do that. Y'all say, listen, they ain't even gotta run them, they ain't gotta run it back to you, they ain't gotta apologize to you. It's too late for all of that. It's too late. Like when I used to skip school, I already knew. Once I went through the door, I tried to be slick with it and open up a Bible, told my mama act like I was reading the scripture. I still got a whooping. I still got that raw butt whooping. Do you understand me? She said, okay, well, I'm going to wait till you finish the scripture. Why did you did me like that? You didn't play, man. That's crazy. That lady really said, well, I'm going to wait till you finish the scripture then. Since you want to play me for a fool. Hey, listen. It's too late for all of that. And now I'm going to read from Exodus chapter 23, verse 22. Right? And this is the English Standard Version. But if you carefully obey his voice and do all that I say, then I will be an enemy to your enemies and an adversary to your adversaries. Now, this is the King James Version. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies and an adversary unto thine adversaries. You listened to what God told you to do, baby. This man, he chose you before you knew who he was. He chose you before you was actually able to build a relationship and formulate a bond with him. I don't understand why people thought that it was free game to come for your life. It was free game to come, for your blessings to come, for your destiny to come, for what it is that you were supposed to have. I'm sorry it took so long. You know how many years it took Tiana to save up and do all this, and all the hell she had to go through, how many setbacks she was facing? But when you get out your own way, my God, when you get out your own way and you just let it go, they just people. They just people. Because if family was family, they would have stuck up for you and fought for you harder. Nobody would have been trying to just be fake, to be around you, to be nosy, so they can go ahead and gossip and think that you stupid, like you won't pick up on who said what, who shot John. The thing is, no, you knew. You knew. You just didn't care. You kept saying, like I said, this is why you being blessed, because of who you are. You said, you know what? I know that y'all messed up, but everybody got a messed up family. I'm going to still try to love y'all from a place in my heart and still try to deal with you. But then when you realize you just couldn't be, you couldn't do what you need to do, being around that energy. So you had to get gone. Like I say, it didn't matter if people had more than you. You have your own kingdom, they have their kingdom. They still with binoculars looking over there at your kingdom. Oh, they had to, they done hired 2 more servers. Well, let's go hire 3. Oh, they're wearing green today? Well, green is the way. It is the color of the grass, the color of money. They're wearing blue today? Oh, well, Beyonce does have a daughter named Blue Ivy. Yes, blue is the way. Blue is the way. Oh, they wearing orange today? Well, aren't the colors of the sun yellow and orange? Orange. I'm done. Y'all get the point. Like I said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Fool, at this point, I'm not saying no more. I quit. That's I'm telling you. They keep getting readings on you. Or they keep, like I said, spiritually attacking you. Clear that evil out. Clear that evil out. Peace be still. There's nothing else that you can do in this moment but peace be still. A lot of people will tell you, put the devil in his place and do all this type of stuff. Only God can truly do that with these people who are continuously waging spiritual warfare on you. What you can do is continue to pray. Because there's something that you just got to go through, and it's going to clear out. You understand me? It's going to clear out. Every fire that you've been through, every fire that people done lit up in your life, every predicament, every situation, you done been broke, everything. Do you not understand that some people do not make it through that? So I'm talking for my people who done went through something, went through a real struggle, went through a real trying time up in their life. Baby, let me tell you something. This is something that is real. I do not care who's attacking me. I do not care who is gunning for me, who's coming for me. I'm going to still do what it is that I'm called to do. Do you understand me? And this is to tell you, this is your confirmation right now. There is nothing more that you need to do, baby. There's nothing more that you need to do. Let this clear out. Peace be still. Good news is coming. Your breakthrough is near. God got his foot up on the enemy's neck, because let me tell you something. They can either release, they can either back up and let you go and leave you alone willingly, or by force. And let me tell you something. By force can very well mean by death. Since they think that this free game doing things spiritually towards you, and they think it's just, it's just a little call. I'm just going to call somebody overseas, and they're just going to call them, and then things are just going to start happening in their life. Are you really that stupid? Are you really that messed up in your brain? I'm telling you, these people really came for you, because to see where God was taking you, it was a slap to their face. After everything that they done said about you, after how they treated you, it's like everybody, wouldn't be enough for them to just know, and people up on the corner to just know. Everybody gonna know that they fumbled the bag. Everybody gonna know that they did somebody that didn't deserve that very wrong, treated them very harsh, very cruel, because something within them done crawled up in there and died. And they hid it very well from people. They don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. That's why I tell you to pray for them. But in not knowing who they are, got a lot of people who lost out here. Ain't nobody trying to do that mess with people. Like, you don't know who you are, but then when you see something that you like on somebody else who knows who they are, you got to attack them. Then they sit back and try to figure out how you stepping into what you stepping into without having the same support or resources that they had, right? Because clearly these people had resources to appear and spend all kinds of money and do all kinds of things to try to go up against you, right? Like I say, you obeyed. And because you obeyed, God said it's your season. It's your breakthrough season. It's your come up season. It's your glow up season. Because you put faith behind that work and you didn't stop working. Never not working. You're never not putting in work. You didn't bend down, succumb, submit, conform, crying over spilled milk. They knocked the ice cream about your hand. God say, listen, that's just an ice cream. I'm about to bless you with an ice cream parlor, with a bank, with a store. Several. Ran you up off that block, a punk. Ran you up off that block, said you was weak-minded. Said you was mentally deranged. Said you was crazy, all kind of stuff. You was the bottom of the barrel. You was scum. Ran you off, a sucker. God brought you back, a boss and a winner. And that's, listen, nobody could have done that but God. And that's why Mary had a little lamb, feast is white snow. Play with it. Jesus is the reason for the season, yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is, yeah. I don't need material things. All I need is the love he'll bring. This holiday, I came to say that Jesus he'll make a way. 'Cause Jesus is the reason for the season, yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is, yeah. Jesus is the reason for the season, yeah. For the season, yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is, yeah. They like, hold on, they did it without support. They did it without a man, without a husband, without a wife. They did it without all this stuff, without somebody letting them live with them, you know, without them being able to live with somebody for free, without anybody giving them any money. How was they able to do all that? I don't need material things. All I need, all you needed, was the love he'll bring. This holiday, I came to say that Jesus he'll make a way. 'Cause Jesus is the reason, JC Gang, for the season, yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is, yeah. Jesus is the reason for the season, yeah. You did it. You did it with the strength. You did it with the favor of the Most High. And he carried you through. Because you deserve it. I'm sorry. It's a way to do things. You didn't wage war on nobody. You didn't come for nobody. You didn't gun for nobody. You didn't do nothing to nobody. So why they felt like it was free game when it came to you? Instead of just leaving you alone. They don't like you? Stop watching you. Wow, mental insanity at its best. I tell you. I truly do tell you. They hide it very well. They hide it very, very, very well. Like I say, people can decompartmentalize different aspects about themselves, like in P-Valley, right? I'm about to take something. Don't come for me unless I send for you, all right? I ain't coming for, you know what I'm saying, that community. What I'm saying is, the man couldn't come to grips with what he was, okay? And like I say, there's a particular scene in there, if y'all watch it or whatever the case may be, this is a judgment-free zone. There's a particular scene where he's already made it, right? Created a name for himself. And he looks through a broken mirror. When he looks through this broken mirror, there's all the looks and styles that he's ever had throughout the season, right? So green hair, all kind of hair, all different type of stuff. You know what that means? People be broken. And because they can decompartmentalize different aspects about themselves, every aspect, every side has a different personality, has a different way of being, a different sexuality, a different this, a different that one may not know the other. One may not, this one may not, Felicia may not know Bill. Bill may not know Felicia, may not know Randy, may not know Zach. They all different, but they all part of that person. You could call it, like I said, multiple personality disorder. But like I say, they can decompartmentalize. And so when they want to pull on one, they pull on one. And when they pull on another, but see, now they're forced to see all the different sides of themselves and what they've done. And it's haunting them. But they're still yet not understanding that they need to surrender. But God gonna make them surrender. Like I said, because he said, peace be still. Peace be still. Good news is on the way. Your breakthrough is near. He's putting his foot up on the enemy's neck because they wage spiritual warfare on the wrong one, baby. Enough of being delayed. God bringing through these blessings. Godspeed. 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 Look back on what you done been through and how quick you came up out of that. That was nobody but God. Nobody but God could have done it. And now it's sinking in on who they did this to. Because some people wanted to call your bluff. Some people wanted to see if you was really worth your grain of salt. Some people really wanted to see, well, are they really? Do God really? Is this really real? These supposed to be Christians. Are they supposed to believe in God? I don't understand what they was testing you for. What was they testing you for? Now they're about to be tested. Let's see, can you handle what you done sent out to people? Can you handle it? Let's see if you can. And now they see, man, listen. All these people went up against him, collaborated. Like I said, look at all them people that went up against Neo. That's you. You didn't stand no chance if God wasn't up in your life. Hello? You didn't stand a chance if God wasn't up in your life. You better thank him. Because you didn't stand a chance. You did not stand a chance if God wasn't up in your life. They did too much. They sent too much away. Too much had to be cleared out. Too much is being cleared out right now as we speak. So back up. Continue to do what you're doing. Get up every day. Go about your daily routine. Peace be still. Good news is on the way. Your breakthrough is near. Jesus is the reason for the season, yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is, yeah. An apology could have been given long before they chose to do the stupidity and the ignorance that they did. Something could have been done long before it got to this point. It's too far gone now at this point. Now God, it's too far gone at this point. Now God literally has to clear this out because of what people are doing. Now he has to clear, like, people are really trying to overthrow you, and you work until you on fumes, and it shouldn't be like that. They keep asking the same question, baby. If the mirror getting tired of them, you don't think the people around them getting tired of them and seeing how mental they are? Pray for them. Some they so doggone mental, they don't know what to do. These people feel stuck, man. They don't want to be on them. But like I say, you fear people more than you fear God, you've already lost the battle. Do what you got to do and back up. That people are truly trying to go up against us and they think that they win, and they think because they seeing something working that you're losing. And they don't even understand that the second that you got alignment, that you got in alignment with what God wanted for you, I say he already chose you. He been chose you. So how could you lose? You could never lose. You can learn some lessons. You can sign up for some lessons. And it's going to be the biggest lesson of them all for these people. About there's a way to do things. There is a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. There is a way to do things. And going up against you, waging spiritual warfare on you, trying to cause you ruin, calamity, chaos, wasn't the way. There is a process before the promise. God will make you work for that. Ain't nothing. God will make you work for that. You're going to go through some things for that. There's a process. Everything that Tiana went through, she worked for it. You cherish it a little bit more. You know how to move. You humble with it when you got to work that hard for something. And then stuff kept crashing and burning. No, man. Rather than it being what? Handed to you. Rather than you always being what? To buy people. I don't know who went to go see the shadow, man. And they've been working over there with them friends on the other side. But let me tell you something. What Mama always said, to get what you want, you got what you need. You got everything in here. This is why they was attacking you your spirit, your soul. You think people can't see that? You think people can't see that? When you bonded with someone by spiritual, you think somebody gonna be able to break that and tie it because they want what they want? You don't do stuff like that. You can't buy everything. You can't force and entrap someone into something and do something because something's wrong with you, because you want what you want. You can't do that. Whether people took your free will away spiritually, doing things to you. Some people didn't want you to be better than them. Some people didn't want you to step into certain things because they felt like you would leave them behind. That's not their call. People try to play God in your life. So God really stepped through and said, what did you think that you was doing? Get up out my seat. Let me put you up in your place real quick. It wouldn't stop. And it's really sad. Like I said, who keeps being redundant like that? You know you're gonna get the same answer. My God, what's wrong with you, baby? Who keeps doing that? Who keeps doing that? Remember on the wall, you asked about 50-some times in a day. Did they lose yet? Did they get broke yet? Did they get married yet? As long as your walk is with the big G-O-D, you could never lose. They ran you up off that block, a sucker, or so they thought. Baby, God brought you back a winner and a boss. Brought you back a winner and a boss. You used to beast that block, now you beast the block. Anybody that wants something up off that block because you own it, got to go through you. You see how petty God got with them? And all they can be able to say after everything and after everything you stepped into is, well, I was the one who knocked the ice cream up out their hand. Wow. And now you're not in their life to be a part of them owning all this stuff up in their life that they was building. What a fool. I wouldn't even say that. I'd just sit somewhere and just be like, it was just somebody I used to know. Peace, be still. Good news is on the way. Your breakthrough is near. And God, the reason why he's able to confirm for you that it's near, you understand me? This is the next go around. Get through this transition period. The reason why he's able to confirm because he's saying, I got my foot up on their neck. You may not think it, but let me tell you something. I got my foot up on them so they don't do no more mess. This going to get cleared out and you're going to step into it. Let me tell you something. Sometimes in order for God to ensure you step into something because people don't want to listen, you got to take them out. Just clean like that. You continue to move forward and do what it is that God is calling you to do. Congratulations, you made it. And understand that if you need a friend, you got it in me. If you need love, you got it in me. If you need inspiration, motivation, a life is wimp, you already know you got it in me. I'm your sister. I'm your friend. You already know I come with that real, never that fake. I keep it 100 with you. I keep it a buck with you. Continue to reach one, teach one, bring others to the JC gang. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Get these messages up out there. Let's continue to grow our family. And never let nobody see you sweat. And until next time, y'all stay prayed up and be blessed. Y'all know I love y'all. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's ride. You deserve everything that's coming to you. I'm telling you, keep working. You gonna get there. Don't worry about these people. They don't have no power over you. They don't have the power. They do not have the power. God is on your side. The only person that you needed. Until next time.